I'm thoroughly enjoying every minute of the Porsche. Let's check it out, a girl. I'm so excited to share with you guys. I got a Porsche 911. I got a Carrera base. During the coronavirus pandemic, I know it's not the wisest financial move you could possibly make during a pandemic, but seriously, you're not gonna get a deal on a Porsche ever like this, unless obviously the circumstances are kind of crappy. Let's talk about my Porsche, huh? So I leased it. And there's a particular reason why I didn't buy it using the PenFed Payment Saver program. I bought my M4 the previous time around, and I wasn't a happy camper. A happy camper regarding how much it was worth. It was starting to accumulate damage, and that wasn't the game plan for the Porsche. Let's talk about the Porsche that I got. I'm going to make a separate video about all the stuff that I love and hate, because there are some quirks in this thing that Doug DeMuro maybe didn't mention or maybe didn't emphasize. However, that's a separate video. I want to talk about the Porsche I got, and I'll talk about why I leased and what you can expect the payment to be at on a Porsche like this. I'm so pumped to be sharing it with you guys. Let's get in. Check out these cool door handles. They just pop out. Let's get into this thing, baby. So yes, I did get the base Porsche 911. I didn't get the Carrera 4S. That's out of my tax bracket. I can't afford it. Just kidding. I just really didn't need it, to be honest with you. 429 horses versus 380. This thing is a rocket. I don't understand why you would need something faster than this. But hell, whatever floats your boat, I guess. So I will share with you the window sticker, which is ripped. I'm very, very sorry. However, you will see most of the information, I guess. $114,970, folks. Sharing with you some of the options in this thing. Very, very cool, simple build. We got white, standard interior in black, sport exhaust system with the black tailpipes. Wheels painted in high gloss black. Heated multifunction GT Sport steering wheel. Electric glass roof. The whole thing is like white on black. It's so crisp, it's so sick, it's so beautiful. I love it. 20-inch and 21-inch Carrera S wheels, obviously painted in black like I mentioned before. Ventilated seats, which is actually kind of cool because it turns on with the heated seats, so you can do a dual cooled and heated at the same time. Anyway, comfort access. This is both cool and kind of weird. Takes a lot of getting used to, I'm not gonna lie. Porsche Dynamic Light System Plus. This was actually very, very cool because you go down the road, it turns on the high beams for you. It senses another car, turns off the high beams. Really, really cool. Rear wiper, because, like, why not, right? Bose surround sound system, because you got to blast your system when you're in the city, just making a complete ass of yourself. And that's about it, folks. So, and in case you're wondering, the point of assembly for the Porsche 911 is in Stuttgart, Germany. Love the hell out of that fact, out of that tidbit. So cool. So I do want to talk about the fact that PenFed does offer what's called a payment saver program. It's essentially like leasing. They offer what's called a balloon payment type of arrangement on the Porsche 911, where they let you finance the car for either 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and they give you a balloon amount at the end that you got to pay off in full. The beauty of PenFed is that they offer a very, very low interest rate. Now, the issue with me and wanting to purchase this car is, yes, I would have gotten a pretty decent deal going through PenFed, and I'd have the option to purchase the car at the end. However, the issue is with anybody that's buying a Porsche is that nobody wants to buy a Porsche with an accident report. Nobody wants to buy a Porsche with any sort of damage. And in general, if you're buying a Porsche, you don't want to see any sort of bad mark on the Carfax. It's an immediate turnoff. And because of the pandemic, Porsche typically never does this. They lowered their money factor by quite substantially. They lowered it, I believe, from 250 to 210 or 200. I can't remember exactly the digits, but it was a substantial decrease in the money factor on the lease. And if you're not familiar what a money factor is, Porsche on their leases charges a very, very high interest rate. The reason why I went with leasing for this Porsche in particular is in case of any damages, in case I was not ready to risk getting any damage on this car and losing money at the end, as opposed to losing money over the course of 3 years, knowing what I'm going to get myself into and whatnot. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, Ari, just cut to the chase, what does this thing cost to lease? I can't tell you exactly what I'm paying, but I'm just going to shell it out and tell you exactly what you can expect to pay. If you can get yourself between a 6 and 8% discount, and you can put up about, say, $5K, you should expect a payment in the low 1300s on a Porsche, around $150,000. If you're looking at a Carrera base or a Carrera 4 base, these have typically a little bit higher of a residual than the Carrera 4S. The Carrera 4S's, you're talking about in the low 1400s to high 1400s, depending on what that MSRP is. If you're starting to get in the high 130s, you might be talking about 16s and 1700s. I do want to say this, however, I told you guys I'm thoroughly enjoying every minute of the Porsche. I was checking out a girl. I am enjoying it, and I want to make a separate video, a review, if you will, of some of the things that I love. I told you that I'd make a separate video. However, I needed to introduce my car to you guys. I couldn't keep it a secret any longer. Some of you guys have been like, why hasn't he been talking about his brand new Porsche? Stay tuned for the next video I make. It's going to be regarding what I love about it, what I hate about it, and that video should be coming up shortly. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.